Hey guys, this video is about the LED bulbs that I've been trying to fit to my Jaguar for the longest time now. I've been trying to do this for approximately 4 months now, and I've been having hassles getting the actual bulb onto the headlight. Now, these are the adapter rings for your LED lights. Now, these collars over here are just too low. They don't fit. They will not clip into the actual hooks that are on the headlight. I've even tried buying different headlights, and these were the first set that I bought, and these are actually these are aux beams over here, and the LED is actually situated in the same place where you would find the element on the H7 bulb. So they're supposed to throw the exact same pattern as the standard bulb in your car. So this is why I bought these, and I like the fact that it has a very small driver. I don't like the fact that these wires are exposed, but basically on my car this would actually sit inside the headlight, so it would still be protected, so that's not too much of a concern. This is the box that you get them in. I bought 2 sets because I want to do the main beam, or low beam and high beam. I want to do both beams. So this is what these look like. The wires are much better. In fact, as you can see, they don't have any exposed wires. So I would have thought that this would be better for a car where your driver is going to be sitting on the outside of your headlight. So these are called the S7s, and again, the LED is situated where your filament on your H7 bulb would be, and as you can see, it comes with the H7 adapter. And then I bought these. Now these are 6000K LEDs. I don't really know the make. There doesn't seem to be a brand, but they make them for all kinds of cars, as you can see there. I have fitted a set to the Audi's high beams, and they are super bright. I'll tell you something, they're really bright. Now these are pretty good quality as well, and you can see they have 2 separate little connectors there that are protected by these little plastic things. Just bring it closer so you guys can see. The driver itself looks pretty good quality as well. It's held together with these tiny little screws on the back, and the heatsink actually just screws off. You know, you can take it off and the whole thing just comes apart. You've got to have a lot of space in your headlight to get these on your car. You know, they are adjustable, but how adjustable I don't really know. I haven't fitted them to the car. There's your H7 collar, and it's just a matter, and you can see the collar is sitting in such a way so that your left and your right LEDs are shining light to the side, and that's really how it should be to get the right beam pattern. So I'm going to take my headlight out. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So I just want to show you guys, these are the adapters that I got. Okay, and I told you these collars are too flush. Now I bought these on AliExpress, and you can see they have a raised collar, so it sits slightly higher. So ideally these should work. So apparently these are for Mercedes-Benz, and I don't know what other maker car. So I'm going to give these a try and see. But I just had a look at the high beam on my car, and I see the high beam uses these low flush collars, so they are not a problem. And I am going to fit the LED bulb into the high beam over there. So you can see there I've already got the bulb out. I'm going to try and show you guys. I've got my headlight on a blanket so that I don't damage it. So there's the bulb that I had in the car, and you can see that the collar that screws in to these screws on the side here is actually flush. It's very low. So that collar is similar to this one. So that's going to work. You see, they're pretty similar, but I'm going to show you, I'm just going to put this bulb back in to the headlight. Just clip that back in. Now I'm going to show you my car's low beam and what a problem that one is. So this is a different setup. I just want to try and zoom in here. This one has a different setup. You see, it has these hooks on the side over there. These hooks over there are where the bulb clips in, as opposed to the low beam, the high beam, that has those screws. There's a completely different setup with regards low beam and high beam. So I'm going to just take the bulb out here, and then I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Now you'll see I've got different bulbs fitted here. Now these bulbs were supposed to be xenon gas filled bulbs, but to be honest with you, the standard halogen bulb is brighter than these things. They don't really do a good job. So I'm going to take this thing off. This is the standard one. I'm going to take this off the car. The LED one is round and the factory one is square. The other ones that I bought, they seem to be, it's round, okay, it's round, and it seems to have a very high collar over here. It's not very low down. So this should ideally work. So this one has a fan, and I prefer the one with a fan on the low beam, and the reason for that is because those with the heat sinks that can show either side here, I don't think that those are going to work very well because these wires are very brittle, and my Audi also has a green and a brown wire, and this coating completely came off the wire. I had to put a new conduit on, and yeah, that wasn't good. So I'm now going to use this one. So I've got that on, and this is really what it's going to look like once you have your adapter on. I'm going to twist this onto the car. Right, so I've got the LED in now, and I'm going to plug it in. It just plugs in like that. I'm really not sure if there's a left and a right polarity. As far as I could see, there is a left and a right polarity, and I guess the only trick is to turn it on. You see the beam pattern, it's showing you the correct beam pattern. So I'm very, very happy with that. And that was my main concern. I didn't want light to be dispersed all over the show, because that means you're going to dazzle other drivers. And what this means is I now have the beam pattern that the car came with from the factory. So guys, I'm very, very happy with that result, and I'm really stoked that these things fit. So if you want to do an LED conversion to your headlights, I'm going to put the link to these little fellas. I'm going to put a link to these in the video description below, because you got to be careful not to buy these. As you can see, I bought a lot of these. These will work on your high beam, but these will work on your low beam, and there's a clear difference between the two. I'll maybe take some pictures and put those on there as well for you guys to see. But you can see there's a difference in these little collars over there. One is flush and one is a little deeper, and you need the deep one for your low beam. So now I'm going to fit an LED to my high beam as well, since I got the headlight out of the car. I already did a video on how to take your headlights out of your Jaguar, so you can check that video if you want to see how to get your headlight off your car. And it's not a clean job either. So let's carry on.
Fly with me.
I now have both low beam LEDs in, and they don't look any brighter to me than the halogen. In fact, the halogen looked brighter. So I'm going to do a test drive tonight and see how bright these bulbs really are and whether or not they're any good.